Welcome, honorable delegates. It's my pleasure to welcome you to the plenary session 1. Unfortunately, the minister could not make it because all will appreciate that elections are just coming around, and of course Parliament is opening today, and it is a very busy time for all public leaders. He's expressed his regrets at the last moment, and Mr. Narendra Taneja also is a very busy man in such an environment. So I've been asked to not stand in but sit in, hopefully. I have the pleasure of being in the midst of some very old friends. Dr. B.S. Negi, former member of the Petroleum and Natural Gas Regulatory Board and chairman of Resonance Energy Private Limited. Dr. Rabi Narayan Bastia, awarded Padma Shri, the President, Exploration Production, Olimax Energy Private Limited. Ms. Veena Swarup, former Director HR, Engineers India Limited, and Dr. Mahendra Pratap, former Executive Director, ONGC. The subject, as you can all see, is skill and talent management in oil, gas, and marine and shipping sectors. And when we talk, as I had mentioned to you in the morning, it is the man behind the machine who really controls and hopefully will continue to control the machine. And it is this skill and talent that has to be honed, developed, and it's never static. It is always in a dynamic mode. You've got to adjust yourself to new requirements, a new job chart. It's, in today's environment, it's as dynamic as a daily newspaper. What's important today may not be important next month. So top managers have to be really versatile and nimble-footed. Gone are the days when some of us joined a particular organization or a government department and, like a Hindu marriage, spent the rest of our lives there. Now, the times have changed, and we've got to basically be aware that what is the menu for the day, and how do we prepare ourselves and prove ourselves useful to the organization, and more importantly, to whatever developments that are taking place in the sector or related to the sector. And the higher you go, it is my experience that you not only have to save yourself, oftentimes you have to save the organization also. Your responsibility gets bigger. And as you go even higher, you don't only have to save your organization, you have to find a useful role for your sector in which you are working. And there's nothing wrong in it, because we have to be meaningful, productive players in whatever we are doing. And we've got to see what the future is for this planet, for civilization. And we have the wherewithal, we have the skills. And unfortunately, we fixed ages of superannuation in the government sector. But I think knowledge has no age of superannuation. Some of us superannuate the day we join, at least intellectually. And we keep moving as if in a train, it carries us to various stations. But that, you see, level of commitment to your job, to the cause, and as you go higher to a nation, to the planet, and to future civilizations, that, I think, is a role which I would at least strongly recommend to all our young colleagues who are here today. In skill and talent management, in oil, gas, marine, shipping, this is just a sector. And within that sector, somewhere in my mid-career, we started these in-service training programs. We called them Executive Development Programs, EDPs. In the beginning, they were looked as some holiday destinations. For a week, 10 days, I remember I had recently got married. Both my wife and I decided to go and do an EDP in Mussoorie, in the academy. It's hot 2 months of good holiday. But it turned out to be very useful. Similar was the experience in IIM Bangalore. Now, management, we found it equally important to any IAS officer. We were both IAS officers. So, morning session that we were talking about, that what is the agenda for you today? You're in the midst of energy transition. Your objective is very clear. You want to prove yourselves useful to the organization, to society, and ultimately to the planet. So all these three sectors four that we're talking about, oil, gas, of course, related, marine and shipping. Now, where do they come in together? They are interdependent on each other in some way. And yet, some of their activities may be harmful to other creatures around you. That consciousness, that complete manager within you, and a manager who is wanting always to grow and make others grow also. The worst tree is that which doesn't allow anything else to grow under it. Unless you are able to procreate future managers within your organization, I don't think a manager is worth his salt, or be blunt enough to say not worthy of being called a manager, just a selfish human being. And that selfish human being extends even to your global responsibilities. So when you talk, in short, it's a holistic view of looking at life. And as I said, you grow in stature, you let others grow. And maybe when others are growing under you, you will grow even taller. But then age catches up, and people like me have to move out.
Not allowed.
No, not allowed. Well, of course, I'm in the same boat. But no. I think that's only an age which is for the calendar. So that is all that I have to say. Now I won't interfere in my colleagues. I'll just begin by asking Dr. B.S. Negi, who gave me some of my first lessons in gas in the Petroleum Ministry.
थैंक यू।
उधर इधर इधर कौन सा है जी?
We put the laptop there.
अच्छा उन्होंने लगा दिया उधर।